How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday morning. Just arrived to a new property here that we located last week that we're going to be cleaning up today. It's definitely overgrown. So there's a new renter that lives here. This is her move-in condition. The last person that lived here got a bunch of city violation codes. They were not keeping up with the property. We're going to be cleaning it up today. I got my gimbal here. Gimbals are so fun. Here, this is a Hohem, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, iSteady M6, and it's got a little tripod kickstand, but very nice gimbal. I mean, I can do whatever I want with it, still get smooth motion, smooth video. I can go upside down like this, it'll hold its place. Go back up real fast, it'll hold its place. Pretty cool. So there's a good video equipment investment for all you video creators out there. Hello. Doing some drone shots real quick. I keep forgetting to tag you guys along. I know this is the behind the scenes channel. I don't show a lot of work, but we basically have everything mowed. Well, we have the outside mowed and trimmed, and now we're working on edging. So obviously with edging and blowing, got to get the mask on, and that's how it looks like. And then we're gonna use the mower to collect everything else. But I'm glad today is kind of like a gloomy day. The sun's not at 100%. It's not beaming, well, it's still beaming down on me, but I started this project like 7 in the morning and it's like 8:30, so I've been here for about a half hour or hour and a half and just finishing up the outside. Then we move into the inside of the front yard and then the backyard. So probably another hour and a half, I'd say. I don't know. The outside front was the worst. So I guess we'll just see. Okay, got the inside of the front yard cut. Just need to do some blowing. So many micro weeds in here, it's near impossible to pull out. Pulled out all the big ones, but this thing just needs to be dug through and sprayed and reset. We got the grass bagged. Just need to run alongside the bagger one more time. And look at this. I'm so glad I put, which is funny, I thought this was tempered glass, but it almost looks like a super thick screensaver, or screen saver, I think that's what it's called. I usually buy tempered glass for my new phones, but my phone dropped. I had it mounted really loosely, it was my fault, and then it fell and hit one of the posts and it didn't damage the screen. I'm so thankful. However, I will have to go and replace the I think this is tempered glass, I believe so. So I bought it at Best Buy, and I think the brand is called Zag, and they have a lifetime warranty, so I can come into Best Buy. They'll look me up, make sure I bought it at Best Buy, and if I did, they replace it with no charge. They even install it for me. Got some bad news, folks. They don't have the screen protector in stock, and I did notice that I did damage my brand new phone. See that green and red? Those are dead pixels. Absolutely bad luck with phones this year. Go from breaking one to breaking another. At least it didn't crack my screen. However, some of the pixels are dead now from that impact. But I will be getting my screen protector Friday. And wait, you know what? Shoot. I will be getting my screen protector Friday, and I have to bring it into Best Buy for them to install it. Could install it myself, but I'd rather have them do it, because if they mess up, then they just get me a new one and install it again. So yeah, that's that. It is Tuesday, which today is editing day, but I need a serious haircut. So the next time you see me, hopefully I'll look a lot better. All right, how do I look? I think I'm ready for Atlanta. That's a much needed haircut. A much needed face makeover. You know, I do these makeovers for people in the lawns, but then I let myself go. But I think this looks much better. Back in the office doing some video editing and also scheduling out videos, so that way I don't have to work as much during my trip to Atlanta. So that's what I'm doing right now. I schedule out videos on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Then I also have to make sure that I have a video for this Sunday for the Phil's Lawn Care channel, and also a video for next week, so that way I don't have to come back from my trip on Saturday and work real hard and stay real busy at getting that video in for the next day. So I'm getting both of those done, so that way I can take some time back and relax and go to my trip with a peace of mind, knowing that content is being rolled out.
On the side.
Oh, on
the other side, yeah. Got it. It should be right there.
Been a minute since I used these kind of seatbelts.
Uh-huh. Right. Exactly.
So what engine does it got in it?
Well, it's 377 cubic inches. Mm-hmm. It was made, it's actually a 400 small block that's been sleeved down to 377.
Oh, gotcha.
So when people make 383s, it's pretty much a 350 and a 400 crank.
Uh-huh.
And because I like the new I went the other way. I'm kind of strange.
You gotta make it unique,
so,
right?
Right. When you looked underneath, you didn't see any plug wires because they're all hidden and stuff. And
everything's tucked.
My fuel line comes from the back and just goes right to it. And,
I love
you know,
the look
just,
of that. Yeah.
just to make it all clean, I like to be different. So
Yeah.
you go to a car show and you see the same thing, but be a little different.
Oh man, that was awesome.
I got a
Oh yeah.
I don't watch anymore. It's different YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
So I like it. This thing burned down 20 miles after I got it running.
Oh man.
Fuel pump broke and lit on fire. Had 12-foot flames coming off of it. And anyway, he had 20 miles on it.
20 miles.
Yeah, it was red at that time.
Man.
But anyway, but the paint job wasn't great. It was a race car, you know. And so,
Yeah.
But anyway, it it burned up, and there was still some snow on the ground, luckily. And I had to jump in there and lit my fuel line on fire, and it was on its way back.
Oh man.
So I had to jump in there with a pair of vice grips and burned all my hair off my face. But anyway, so I stopped it, and then I was on a mission. 6 months later, it looked like this. I better call you when I clean it.
Oh yeah.
Then it'll look nice. It never even gets this dirty ever. All right, then you might have hit the.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
I'm just not.
Used to, you know, pulling up on a lever.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I never sit over there.
Yeah, it was just me. Looks good.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, go ahead and then.
Whew.
I do that because I'm a kid.
All right,
Right
Joe.
on, bud. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care, and sooner or later you'll see the video.
Yeah. Well, cool. I'll subscribe to you. Thanks.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. Hey, have a great day. Yesterday was kind of a weird day. There was this gentleman that was starting to push mow. He owns this mechanic shop, and he has a large piece of property that he needs to mow. So he was out there 7 in the morning, so was I. It looked like he was struggling a bit. It looked like he didn't really want to do it. And it kind of seemed like he had a lot on his plate. There was a lot of cars in the lot, and I'm like, man, I could save this guy some time, save him a headache, and go and mow it for him. So that's what I did. I went across the street and talked to him and asked him if he wanted a free lawn makeover, and he said yes. So that's exactly what I did. You'll see the whole complete makeover on the Phil's Lawn Care channel. However, that video is going to be for the winter time. You did see me going on a joyride on his Nova, and that was super fun. I haven't went on a ride like that in many years. So it was fast. It pushed me back on the seat. There was a lot of horsepower underneath that hood. So that was real fun. But honestly, guys, the next few days is going to be editing for me and kind of just laying back, spending time with the wife, because she's not coming with me on this trip, and I'm leaving for a week, and of course I'm going to miss her. She's going to miss me like crazy. We're just going to spend some time and kick back and relax. So let's see what's under the hood. Probed, going up, we're set at 225. We're trying to reach an internal of 170. Can you guys guess what we are smoking? Woo! Ribs. Come on now. Smoke is rolling. And we have not hit 170 yet. Once we hit 170, we're gonna wrap them. Sorry, my wife was on the phone, so I had to mute the audio, but butter, barbecue sauce, and a little bit of maple syrup. That's all it takes. That's all I have in the wrap. Wrapped it up with double heavy-duty foil. Back inside. We're not even gonna probe it. I'm gonna let the probe just hang out here on the ground. I do need to plug this hole here. It always comes out when I pull the probe rope out. It's just a Traeger defect on their smokers. So I'm gonna let that smoke for an additional probably 2 hours. take it out, and then probably 1 more hour on the rack, and we're gonna glaze it, and it should be tender right around 203, 204. We'll pull it off and eat. All right, 2 hours has gone by. It is probe temp on it is about 203, 204. All the butter and all the sauces have combined and melted. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna let that drain for a minute. Get all those juices off. And this thing is piping hot, so I wear lining underneath these gloves. We're gonna set the rack back up. And all I got here is, again, some maple syrup and barbecue sauce. You can use whatever you want. You can even use this to kind of baste it, but that's you can use this to dip your meat in it if it comes out dry. This is really good stuff right here. You don't have to let this go to waste. Just gonna apply this sauce, and we're gonna let this tack up for a minute, probably 10-20 minutes. It's basically done cooking. Now we just want the sauce to tack up and give it that nice shine. And then we can pull it off and let it rest and cut into it. All right, there we go, all glazed up. Close it. Oh, I gotta get this out of the way, but we don't want this to spill all over our driveway, so we gotta be pretty careful with it. There we go. So I told you guys that I'll show you how to make beef jerky. So I used a slicer to meat. Good Friday morning, everybody. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. It's the weekend tomorrow, so I hope you enjoy it. We're gonna definitely be enjoying some beef jerky tomorrow. I went ahead, we got some top round from Costco, the 2-pack, and used a meat slicer to slice it up into, I think it's like a 1/4 to an 1/8 inch, and marinated it overnight just using some generic marinade we found online. But it's kind of like a barbecue / hickory flavor, and I personally like teriyaki, but I'll take that out. I don't need to say that. Anyways, we laid out a bunch of sheets of paper towels, and we took the slices out of the marinade. We of course need to let them dry out a little bit. I blotted them each out just to get as much of the moisture out of them before you put them on the smoker. And they look really nice, they smell really nice, so I think they'll turn out great. The only thing I worry about always is I hope I didn't over salt them, but let me know what you guys use in your marinades if you do beef jerky. So it's a pretty simple process. It does take quite a bit, maybe like 24 hours in total to create a batch. This is probably around, I don't know, 5 pounds of beef jerky. Okay, so we got it sitting at the lowest setting, which for mine is 165. You want to cook it low and slow. And we got the steam, or got the smoke going. Here's all of our meat. We're just going to start laying it out. It don't matter. You want to save obviously enough space for all of the meat. However, we have so much, I know we're going to run out of it quickly. But this is where your expertise in Tetris comes into play. Wow, I can't believe we got it all to fit. That's crazy. We got meat hanging, we got some meat stacked on each other, but once they do dry up and firm up, there's going to be a lot more space open, so we're just going to kind of move them around in some spots, and but there you go, 5 pounds of meat, 2 top rounds, and we got it all to fit in a 575 Traeger. So there you go. But now, lid down, we're gonna let that smoke for, I don't know, 6-7 hours, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, we just passed the 2-hour mark. Real nice. See, it's drying out, getting that color. This one, I think this one's pretty much ready to eat. I'm gonna snack on that for a while, snack on some of these little ones, but let the rest of them keep on smoking. It is all ready. Shutdown cycle has begun. Time to transfer this over and eat it. So here's a quick tear test. Let me see. Well, quick tear test just to make sure it's ready. How about this one? Yeah, you see that? That's what you want to see. I'm already eating a piece, but you want to let this cool. You know, you got to let your meat rest after you smoked it or grilled it. And then, and only then, when we bring it down to room temperature, we can store it in a Ziploc bag. And I personally have noticed that the flavor and texture changes the longer you let it rest. I don't know how long beef jerky lasts in a Ziploc bag, but we didn't add any chemicals or any preservatives in here, so I'm sure it won't last forever. But anyways, that's the beef jerky that we made. I think it came out just a little bit dry, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it a little thicker next time and also not add too much salt because it tastes amazing. However, I still feel like it could have been salted just a little bit less. We're gonna have a great weekend eating some beef jerky as a snack and just having a good time before my trip. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is where we're gonna end it. Take care, God bless you, and we'll see you in the next one.